Say hello. Come on, say hello, everybody. Ready? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. All right. Thanks, Charlie. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another vlog. To all the art gurus, creators, innovators, entrepreneurs, welcome again to my wonderful office. Now, that was my trusty assistant, Charlie, who's gone back to sleep. So I just realized that every single time I actually do a vlog for you guys, that I keep doing them in the morning. And I thought, you know what, I want to explain the reason behind that, and you've probably seen by the title why that's the case. And in this morning's discussion that I've just had, I thought that's a really good momentum for me to give you guys a little bit more of an insight as to what I do on a day-to-day basis. So in today's discussion, I wanted to talk to you guys about having a champion in your life, a mentor or someone that you discuss ideas with, or someone that you trust and run through your thoughts and what you like to do. Okay, so now every single morning, if you have not seen some of my Twitter feeds, I actually have a business meeting or just an informal discussion. And when I say every single morning, I really do mean every single morning without exception. Like seriously, without exception. The reason why I love discussing my ideas or ventures or whatever I'm doing in life in the morning is because it gives me the opportunity to then adjust my day. So I've got the remainder of the day, and then I can make small increments, different changes if I see fit based on that discussion, okay? Now, the kind of person that I would say to you, at least for me, what's really, really important in my champion or that mentor or the person that you trust is to have an incredibly trust or a good foundation, trust-based foundation, so that the ideas that you guys present to your mentors aren't basically reduced to dust. And this is really, really important. I know that it's a challenge to share our ideas with the people that we care about. Sometimes they're not always on the same page as what you are, and that's okay. But you need to find that somebody that's going to say, hey, I get what you're doing. I get where you're coming from. How about this perspective? Okay, so that's the kind of person that I'm referring to that I've got in my life. I also need to mention that they need to be fair, really, really important, and someone who's going to be able to give you a perspective that's different from yours and also challenge you a little bit, okay? We don't always agree in our Monday morning discussions, and that's okay, but I actually like that. I like being given a new scenario and being questioned as to some of the decisions that I will be making or have been made, and then me having to think about that decision as well. The other aspect of why I really do find my morning meeting discussions beneficial is because I get to hear them. You know, by actually putting them out into the universe, putting that energy out, I get to hear what my mind, my heart, what I've come up with and what that sounds like. And I know that this sounds a little bit weird as to what do you mean you get to hear what you're thinking. When you speak out loud, you get to hear that energy, and in that you get to hear, am I doubtful? Is this going to work? And if I'm doubtful, well, clearly I'm not supposed to go down that path. Or how can I turn that doubt into success? Okay, so that's the benefit of all of these things that happen in the morning. Now, the other big thing that I probably should say is in my discussions that are quite beneficial is, of course, dealing with the non-existence of something has actually happened as a result of my decision. For example, when you're on this path of creating something, call it whatever you like, entrepreneur, business, startup, it really doesn't matter. When you're on that path, from the outside world, it looks like you're doing nothing, and you have to deal with that. You have to always, people like to know, what are you doing? What have you achieved? Show me. The thing is that have comfort in your decision and have an incredible amount of knowing that what you're doing, or at least believe in yourself, I should say, is going to work out. Now, I'm going to use the analogy of a big oil tanker or a ship or a big vessel in the middle of the ocean. When that vessel makes a 1 degree shift, in that moment, if you can imagine this huge oil tanker, you actually won't notice it in that moment or in that area. 1 degree won't make a difference. But as that vessel, that tanker, that big ship is continuing on its trajectory with that 1 degree shift, what you'll notice that 10, 20, 30 kilometers down its journey, it will end up in a totally new location. And that's the point here, that my Monday morning meetings are really all about making that 1 degree shift every single day and then adjusting throughout the day in order that I achieve my set out vision. Okay, and I haven't given myself 1 or 2 20 years, rather every single moment I adjust. And the adjustment isn't just in the decisions that I make. The adjustments have come about also in the emotional quantitative effects that I feel about myself, okay? And that's really, really important. So having a champion in your life, really, really important, at least for me, and I thought I'd share that moment with you all. And if you can find someone that's trustworthy, that's impartial, someone that's going to give you a really good perspective on your idea, I say take them with both hands, sit them down, buy them a loving beverage. If it's in the morning, do that every morning if they can, and you'll find you'd be able to then have a lot more ease in where you want to move in life. Now, the other thing that I also wanted to add in this vlog was just a couple of points that there's a lot of bugs around here, just a couple of points that I was discussing yesterday in my Monday morning meeting, and I wanted to share this with you because I think it's important, at least to give you guys some comfort in your own projects. For example, as I've said in the last vlog, I've had to look at new manufacturers and engage new companies in producing my product. And yesterday I said to myself that in that discussion with my partner, it was really interesting that although I would have loved for this product to have been made 4 weeks ago, which is when this whole thing started, in actual fact, it's been a bit of a blessing in disguise that I've had so many hurdles, because I wish I could explain to you the amount of upskilling that has taken place for me. And I mean, to the point that I think I've gained qualifications of 4 different people. I've gone in and looked at how to position my business and my brand with a lot more detail. I've looked into the marketing aspect with a lot more detail. I've looked at how I want the brand to actually visually look with a lot more detail. I've upskilled myself in the branding aspects of all of this with a lot more detail. So in hindsight, even though again I've had to just take a step back, start from the beginning, find a new manufacturer and get the product going again, that time in between I've spent a lot of it continually upskilling and upskilling. So again, apologies for keeping you guys in the dark. I will get with so much more detail around what it is, the business and the names and the branding and all of that. But in a moment, in the meantime, I should say, I thought I'd share with you what I am doing as a result of waiting, if that makes sense. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you guys are creating your own personal projects and are taking steps every single day to make them happen. Please feel free to share any of your comments and questions in the comment box down below. And if you do have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them as best as I can. In the meantime, remember, be you, stay creative, and create the future that, of course, you want to live in. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, bye.